Hello students, today we have to know about that Mendeleev's periodic law. Yes, after the Dobereiner and the Newland, the third scientist who put a lot of effort, and he was called as a very great chemist actually. He only framed a definite, certain one periodic table for the elements. So that is popularly known as a Mendeleev's periodic law. Last year's for his periodic table identifications, it's become 100 years. This is the modern periodic law. So based on Mendeleev's periodic law only, it has created almost to construct this modern periodic law. The 90% of the work was completed by the Mendeleev's. Last year it has celebrated the 100 years centenary for his construction of periodic table. Even the education department has conducted the seminar and quiz based on the Mendeleev's periodic law and science drama also. How many of you know about that and how many of you participated, I don't know. So let us see. This is the 101st year, okay, the construction of Mendeleev's periodic law. Mendeleev's gave a one law for his construction of periodic table. That is, okay, which law it is? The Mendeleev's periodic law stated that the properties of the elements, the properties of the elements, the properties of the elements or the periodic functions of their atomic mass. Periodic function of their atomic mass. Keep in mind, this is the Mendeleev's periodic law. The properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic mass. In the same way, I told you already, the modern periodic table. This modern periodic table is constructed based on the Mendeleev's periodic table only. So by that time, one more law it has come. The same it is modern periodic law also. Only the one word difference. Don't get confusion. So what modern periodic law stated, that the same we can take the properties of the elements or the periodic functions of their, instead of atomic mass it should be the atomic number. Only the one word difference. Here there is a mass and here there is a number. Keep in mind. So that is the difference between the Mendeleev's periodic law to modern periodic law. Once again I will repeat you what Mendeleev's periodic law states, that the properties of the elements or the periodic functions of their atomic mass, and modern periodic law states that the properties of the elements or the periodic functions of their atomic number. Note down, very important laws this are all, and frequently asked question, modern periodic law and the Mendeleev's periodic law. Yes, next we have to, before discussing the modern periodic law, we have to know about the Mendeleev's periodic law. Yes, Mendeleev's constructed the periodic table based on the atomic mass. They only has given based on what? Atomic mass. So based on the atomic mass and also the physical properties of the elements, he has constructed the, so which are all the criteria he used, Mendeleev, to construct the periodic table. That is, mainly he has constructed the periodic table based on atomic mass and physical properties of the elements. So this is the first criteria. So next he concentrated on the compounds formed by the elements with the oxygen and hydrogen. That is the main thing, okay, how the elements, or if they are combined each other, so or if they are mixing each with oxygen and hydrogen, which compounds make and form this element. So based on that he has concentrated, okay. Next I'll explain you briefly about this. He concentrated on the compounds formed by the oxygen and hydrogen only to arrange the elements. Then he was able to predict the existence of elements. He was the first chemist able to predict the next elements, okay, in the periodic table. ಈ ಥರದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಟೇಬಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದಂಥ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ places in the periodic table for the newly discovered element. ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಂಡಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವನು ಏನು ಬಿಟ್ಟ, ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟ. he left the places for the newly discovering element or which are the elements are not yet discovered. So these are the criteria or the advantages used by the Mendeleev's periodic law. So these are also known as the criteria, based on which criteria Mendeleev's periodic law has stated, or the advantages also we can take, advantages of Mendeleev's periodic law. Which are those? Mendeleev's constructed the periodic table based on the atomic mass and the physical properties, and Mendeleev's concentrated on the compounds which are formed with the elements which are formed by mixing with the elements oxygen and the hydrogen. Then he was able to predict the new elements. For that he has left the places in a periodic table. I mean, he left the places for the elements which are not yet discovered. So these are the advantages we can take from the Mendeleev's periodic law. So I told you already, predict in the sense ಮುಂದೆ ಯಾವುದು ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಮುನ್ಸೂಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳೋದು. So that is, so we have taken, he concentrated to arrange the elements in a periodic table. So which the compounds which are formed with the, when they are mixed with the oxygen and hydrogen. Let us take how he was concentrated. I'll explain you about this. So how the group elements Mendeleev has divided or arranged when they are mixed with the oxides. That is, that thing we have to take, oxides and the hydrogen. So the group he has taken, you have to note down this table, very important. So totally 8 groups he took already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 he took like that. Then oxides he named as, okay, or in the sense here, or represent the radical in the sense element of the group, and H represent the hydrides, and O represents the oxide. So first group elements is R2O. R represent, I told you already, radical in the sense element of the group, any element we have taken. Then RO represent the second group elements, okay, and third one is R2O3, and the fourth one is RO2, fifth group is R2O5, and sixth group is RO3, and the seventh group is R2O7. Next, the eighth group is RO4. It is easy also to remember. First one is R2O, then the second one is RO. In the same way, leave third one and take for the fourth one, RO after RO2. Then in the sixth one, that is the RO3. Eighth one is RO4. Even number we can take, I mean oxygen is increased by 1. You see here, the second one is RO. Fourth one is RO2. Sixth even is RO3. Eighth even is RO4. In the same way, odd number, R2O it is here, R2O3. 2 has increased in the odd number in oxygen group. In even number, 1 has increased. Then fifth one, R2, 3 plus 2 is 5. Then the 7 is R2, the 5 plus 2 is 7. Like that we can easily remember. So let us check whether it is correct, how he has arranged, that is wrong. Let us check one thing, okay. So any element if you are taken in a first group in the sense K, if you are taken a K, I mean first group elements, K in the sense potassium. Let us take the first group elements. I told you already these are called as the groups. Okay, vertical columns are called as a group, and so horizontal rows are called as the periods, right? So let us take first group elements, that is the K. So if we want to write K, it is in a 13th group. K, it is in a which group it is? Sorry, first group. K, it is in the first group. So we can write its oxides as, I mean potassium oxides, in a form of K2O. Potassium oxide, nothing but the molecular formula of potassium oxide is K2O. Keep in mind. And in the same way, second group elements, if we are taken, so anything we can take on, or the fourth group, which you know, that is carbon dioxide, that thing only how to take. So here the fourth group elements, carbon is in a 14th group or fourth group element. So I didn't write it is. So if you are taken that, or the fourth group elements, anyone you have to take, so not familiar elements are there. So let's take the magnesium, the second group elements, that is magnesium. Mg is in the second group, it is in the second group. Then its oxides we can write as, that is the MgO, magnesium oxide, that's all, not Mg2O or MgO2. There is no option like that. Okay. So in the same way, if we are taken a aluminium, so where it is aluminium, atomic number 13, aluminium is in the 13th group or the third group. If we are taken the aluminium, we can write as 13th group or third group is similar to 13th group, keep in mind. And fourth group is similar to here 14th group. Okay, so 13th group. So 13th group elements we can write as aluminium, that is the R2O3, that nothing but the aluminium oxide molecular formula Al2O3. See here, radical R represent, it is the element name, keep in mind, and O represent, it is the oxide. So aluminium oxide molecular formula we can write as Al2O3. In the same way, carbon. So carbon, if you are taken, it is equal to the 14th group. Fourth is also equal to the 14th group. If we are taken a carbon is in the 14th group. So we can write as we can write as CO2. I mean RO2 in the sense CO2. So this thing only we are reading, carbon dioxide, you know that. So like that we can take, take that many. So by this we can predict the molecular formula of the compounds also in this way. So this is the table has given by the Mendeleevs. It has given by the Mendeleevs. Once again I'll tell you, the first group elements nothing but the R2O, the second group elements is RO, third group elements is R2O3 in the sense, R in the sense radical here. If you want to write the molecular formula of the elements, we can take this in the place of radical, we can write the element. Okay, one more example, if we are taken, let us take silicon is in the, yes, silicon is in the here 14th group in the sense I told you already, it is equal to the fourth group. So fourth group in the sense we can write the silicon oxide molecular formula, it is in the 14th group. We can write its formula, it is SiO2 in the sense silicon dioxide, we can write like that. Okay, and it is easy also to write that. Let us take that examples of that. Let us take some examples of the 8th group like that. So this is the 8th group element, first we have to take the ferrous. Ferrous is in the 8th group and its molecular formula we can write as, check this, RO4 is the 8th group, that is we can write as ferric oxide as FeO4. So this is like that, we can write that oxide's molecular formula. So it can easily predictable by whom? By the Mendeleev. Tomorrow I will teach you how the hydrides compounds we can write. Thank you all.